The following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
The show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-minute warning.
Welcome, everyone. It's a brand new episode of 5-Minute Warning. Of course, it is the first episode of 2014. That's not true because it's not 2014, but 2024 of 5-Minute Warning. We are back. I hope everybody enjoyed their holiday. And I mean, there's so much to talk about. But first thing I'm going to do is, what's going on, AG?
What's happening, y'all? How you doing? It's good to be back, man. I enjoyed my 2 weeks off, but it's good to be back.
Oh yeah, man, it's great to be back, man. I'm glad I get to see and hear your smiling face, and it's just been a hot minute. How's things been going?
Not bad. It's good to be off, man. It's good to be off from everything, really. Because I mean,
you off?
I mean, I go back to work on Monday, and I'm doing the podcast tonight. But man, I went to. I got to let people know that don't go to Busch Gardens and think their food is good, because it's not. Now, I want to thank my in-laws because they treated us to a Christmas town.
That's awesome.
It's not. The gesture is, but Christmas town kind of sucks, bro. They charging people more money, and they're making you jump through more hoops that cost you more money. But honestly, it's not like it used to be. Not even like 3 or 4 years ago. And so this time in the package, the season pass package, for the season pass holders, they have these passes for, that give you food that you don't have to buy entrees and stuff every time you want to eat something. So basically these passes give you the chance to eat every hour and a half, which on the surface is dope, especially for somebody to put some food away. And so we went to the smokehouse. If you've ever been to Busch Gardens, you know what the smokehouse is. And so I haven't eaten like this in months. I mean, months. Oh, wow. It's been a minute. So I was like, this is going to be my cheat day. I'm going to lose my freaking mind. So they had this meat, basically this meat have a heart attack platter with ribs, brisket, chicken, all the things, right? It wasn't a vegetable in sight other than the French fries. I mean, I promise you there weren't any vegetables in sight. And I was like, okay, we're gonna get down, right? And I was like, I tasted it. Don't get me wrong, it was okay. But for the amount of money that the pass cost and or the entree cost without the passes, which was like, basically you're talking about you spending like $30. I'm like, y'all could have done better than this for real. I'm like, come on, man. I mean, really, this is what we're doing? I mean, come on, man. I was like, and this is a food whore that you're talking to. I just want y'all to know I will eat anybody's food. I am not particular. If it tastes good, I got you. So I'm not picky. So when I say your food is mediocre, it's mediocre. It's probably bad, but I'm just saying it's mediocre. So I just want to let y'all know, man. If you're excited to go to Christmas Town because you've never been, please go. It is that good if you've never seen it. For OGs like me, stay home.
Wow.
Yes. It's not that good.
So first of all,
yes, sir.
I haven't been to Busch Gardens in years, decades, maybe. Maybe it's been about a decade since I've been.
Okay.
But even Busch Gardens, you got to find the spot, man. Because just said smokehouse, you got to find a spot where there's the one old grandma who cooking in the back. At every place.
Okay, Ruben.
There's at least one.
I thought you might say that, and I want to lead with, I love the Lord and all my black people,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
because at the smokehouse in the kitchen, there wasn't a white face to be found.
It
Not
was
one.
not?
Not one,
Did they forget to season the food or something?
bro. Only thing I'm telling you is, I was disappointed.
So hold on, man. So we got a house full of black people who, at the very least, look like they could cook, and that shit was terrible.
I saw what I saw, and I said what I said.
Wow.
So those days that you're talking about are apparently dead,
Apparently.
because it
Crap.
was the most ordinary tasting barbecue I had ever tasted. And I'm
Oh my
like,
God.
okay, this is no reflection on my in-laws. And certainly we had a great time. We really did. We hadn't hung out like that in years. And it was a really, really good time. It was. But Busch Gardens, I mean, thanks to InBev, Busch Gardens is way more expensive than the value that you get if you have been going to things like this for a long time. If you've never gone, it's great. What's up, Moby?
What's going on?
But if you have gone, like you ain't been around for a minute, but you've been to this thing before, you're gonna be disappointed. You really are.
Wow.
Just letting y'all know.
So Moby, AG went to Christmastown over the holidays, and he said at the place he called the Smokehouse, full of black people cooking, and that
Oh,
shit
the food
was
trash.
terrible.
Food trash.
See what I say? Ain't it the
Food
most
trash.
ordinary food you've ever?
Food trash.
It's
Other
like-
than the actual turkey legs that they make, everything
get
else
that.
there is
I
whack.
didn't get the
Everything
turkey
else,
legs.
everything else there is whack.
What I say? I told you. I'm telling you, man. If you've never been, don't get me wrong. If you have kids that are of age and they can understand what's happening, and y'all as a family or a group have never been, I suggest you go. It's really nice. If you are OG and you've been going to Busch Gardens and
Wow.
or Christmastown for at least 10 years, stay home. Stay home. You can get your feelings hurt. Stay home.
Because the barbecue used to actually be good. I mean, look, I never trust public sides, like, because sides when large groups of white people, the macaroni's never gonna taste right, the green beans never gonna hit like that. But usually the barbecue, like that stuff, is dependable. Not no more, man. Not no more. Now they false advertising smells, because like when you walk through that section, it smelled good. You be
That
like,
part.
you be like, yo, this about to be hitting, and then you get it, and it's like, bruh.
Yeah,
Right.
I kind of felt like when Denzel was talking about you didn't land on Plymouth Rock landed on you.
Oh damn.
And then he went through this list of things that, is like you've been bamboozled, hoodwinked, all that. Yeah, that's the feeling.
Deceitful.
Wow.
Exactly. I'm telling you, man, because on this, it looks good. Like on the plate.
And when you walk by and when you smell,
Oh,
you see
man.
the smoke coming up. Like I
Oh,
said,
man.
man, you be there, especially when the lights go out too and it's dark, and all you can see is the smokehouse, and like you be like, yeah, it's about to be hitting, and then it don't be hitting on nothing.
Exactly. Don't do it, man.
Damn. I'm sorry.
Like I said, my in-laws were kind enough, and I want to reiterate that again, to take us out that night. We didn't spend a dime. However, I mean, as a judgment, no. I mean, our family gatherings, and I'm sure yours does yours too, Moby. Our family gatherings are 10 times as good as that was.
Yeah, so
That's being stingy.
I want to piggyback on this Busch Garden story, right?
Oh
So,
shit.
nah, because when we went, there's this place where they just do fries, and it's just like all types of fries. So they got like chili cheese fries, barbecue ranch fries, bacon cheese fries, and it smells great walking by. So we was like, all right, we're gonna get these fries. So I'm getting these bacon cheddar fries, and I'm looking at the people in front of me as they preparing the fries, and I'm just like, hold on, this don't feel right.
It's a disturbance in the force.
So the fries themselves, no beef with the fries. I mean, fries are fries.
But
as
that chili.
So I
cheddar
got
fries.
the bacon cheddar fries, and I'm thinking,
Yeah.
cool, I'm gonna have some bacon and I'm gonna have some
Some
cheddar.
cheese. Yeah.
So I look at the people in front of me and somebody's getting some chili cheese fries and they put the cheddar sauce over it and the chili over it, and I'm like, cool, acceptable. And then I see the next person, they order the bacon cheddar fries, and I see them get these bacon bits that like the salad bacon bits. So it's not
Like
even
the fake joints.
Like the
Yeah,
fake bacon
like-
bits or the real bacon bits?
like the fake bacon bits,
Oh.
and they're cold. So they're putting cold bacon up there, and then they're putting shredded cheese up there. And I'm like, wait. So they get to me, and I'm like, hey, I don't want that shredded cheese. Can you give me some of that melted cheese to go on it? And then they put the bacon bits up there. And when I get there, so I don't know they're cold. But as soon as I start eating, I'm like, why the fuck are these bacon bits cold? Ain't this defeating the purpose? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like halfway through these fries, and I'm just like, man, ketchup can't fix this. Like nothing can fix this. This is just like, who the fuck is responsible for this, man? Like, I want to be like one of them white people and just be like, can I speak to the manager? Like, I need, who can I speak to?
You wanted to be Karen. And the bad thing about Moby's situation is it was probably a third party vendor.
Oh yeah,
And it's just like you have no recourse because Busch Gardens won't claim them. Now they'll allow them to be there, but you on your own. You out back for real. So
man, I was so disappointed because the fries smelled so good, and I was almost mad because I'm like, damn, if I'd have known it was gonna be like this, I'd have just been like, just give me the fries, like nothing else, just give me the fries.
So they hit you with the fake free smells, huh? Wow.
man,
That's
That's
hey,
awesome.
that's all Busch Gardens giving, man. Is smells of food. It smells of Christmas past. That's all that is. Right?
Hilarious. Hilarious. All right, let's see here. Moco Cowboy, New Year, New Angle AG. Yeah, we got the, I see in the background there's a little bit of NFL. It's
Yes, sir.
blurred enough, just enough we can't get sued. Appreciate you.
You're concerned about that this year too?
I mean, I'm concerned about because the NFL, hey man, they just like Disney, bro. And they also just like the Rolling Stones. Ain't nobody safe. You
Yeah,
fuck
true
with that
enough.
shit. Ain't
I got a
nobody
question
safe.
though. Are we making a profit off of them, and are we distributing it?
That is
anything?
very true. We're not monetized, so it doesn't matter.
So there's nothing
Well-
they can really do.
However, we didn't get permission to show it.
yeah,
And
that's
because
true.
it's blurry, it's okay because technically we're not showing it. Because if I sat here and just watch the whole game behind AG and it was clear, then technically we can.
I
get
am
done for it.
showing. Yes, I fit under that.
Yeah, but
the
we're
thing
not
they
about to
say
do that
after
because
every
it's
broadcast.
blurry and it's blurry and all that bullshit. Blackwell Tisha Adams, I hope you had a great holiday too. I'm pretty sure we all did. We all here and life is
I don't
beautiful.
know. She
So,
might be upset about the Eagles not playing football today.
Yo, did you see
I
it?
mean-
Jalen Hurts' finger? Oh my!
yeah, that joint's jacked up. And Nikki D hit. I guess when Moby was talking about the horrible food, she hit you with the SMH. Yeah, because
Terrible.
I guess that's
Terrible.
what it is. Yeah, but yo, man, it's been 2 weeks. I mean, a lot of stuff in this world has happened, but we're gonna get to absolutely none of it right now. We're gonna go straight to our My Five, which I wanted to just kind of
This kind
switch
of
it up a
random.
little bit.
I feel like this was random. I feel like you just went into your pocket of I want to do a My Five, so I'm just gonna pull this out or just give me the reason why this was the five.
I was about to. So the My Five this week is our top five Michael Jackson songs that we like personally. Now, on Showtime, they have this documentary on Thriller 40 years of Thriller.
I did
it-
fly by that.
Yeah, and it talks about how they made how they made the album, and then it talks about how he like the creative process behind it with Michael Jackson and everybody who was like with him and all that. It's really dope. It's worth watching. I think it's the same people who did the Hitsville joint. So, hey, those people, I'll watch, The Secret Lives of Turtles if they do it because they be coming out with some good shit. So I
The
decided.
Secret Lives of Turtles.
So that's what I'm saying, man. It's awesome. It's on Showtime. If you have it, if not, it's probably on Netflix somewhere because Showtime don't make no original shit no more. So like, yeah, take a look at it. It's awesome. So I was like, I really like Michael Jackson. And I was like, I know my boys like Michael Jackson. So I'm really curious on how different our lists are going to be. And I, on purpose, did not do caveats. I didn't say no Jackson 5. I didn't say any of that.
I wish
no
you would have
guest
let,
spots.
man. I was like, yeah, I can't do Jackson 5 stuff because
Yeah, that's why I didn't. I just said Michael Jackson songs. So
But,
with that
but I
being said,
mean, you should have
Hey.
said including Jackson 5.
hey man, I just put a sentence out there. You take it for what it is.
Oh my goodness.
Now, with that being said, AG, you sound excited. What's your top? What's your my 5 on that, bro?
PYT
Yep.
off
Nice,
the wall.
nice.
Don't
Okay.
stop till you get enough.
Uh-huh.
Human nature.
Hmm.
And can you feel it now that I can put the Jackson 5 in there? Because I didn't
What
think
you
I
have-
could.
What did you have other than that? Or did you have anything other than that?
Beat It.
Okay.
I had Beat It in there. And yeah, I had that in there.
The Can You Feel It actually is one of the better Jackson songs. I'm a fan of that
I
song.
wouldn't say that. I mean, Jackson 5 had a pretty good run, man. I mean, that was the
say,
I
yeah,
would
they
say
had
when
a
they were
pretty good run
grown
there.
people.
Hold on. I didn't say, well, I guess I meant more when they were adults. And
Yeah,
they
that's
did
the only. That's
Jacksons and
really
not-
the few that they had when they were adults.
Yeah.
It was really good. Because I mean,
Because it's
was
Jackson
back
5,
then.
they were kids. Most of that shit was cute
Right,
anyway.
right.
So it was like, but that's why I said that's why I just said the Jacksons, because like they didn't have a lot of hits when they were adults and they
No.
came together. It's almost like they came together and we need to get Tito some money. So we will come together and put together a couple albums so Tito and Randy can get paid. Because
Well,
the
actually,
others
that's pretty
were
much
doing
true
okay.
because the matriarch was recalling when she was like really didn't want Michael to go solo
Single, yeah.
because she was so afraid that the other brothers would just like shrivel up and die. Which I mean, I don't blame her for thinking that. So that's absolutely true.
And I think the only one who really shriveled up and disappeared would be Randy. Because everybody remembers Tito.
Remembering and writing songs and producing
yeah.
and all those things are different than.
But most people don't remember Randy. Randy's the last one on the list that you mentioned. Tito's usually number 3. Because there's Michael, there is Jermaine, and there's Tito. Now, the other two, I've forgotten the other one. Marlon, that's right. Exactly. So, yeah. All right, that's a nice list. What about you, Moby?
Rock With You,
Uh-huh.
Billie Jean,
Uh-huh.
Smooth Criminal,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Off the Wall,
Yep.
Dirty Diana.
I knew somebody would have Dirty Diana. Dirty
That's what-
Diana did not make my list.
I'll be honest, man. If there's a Michael Jackson song I got to hear on repeat, it might be that one, and it's probably because that's out of all his biggest hits, that's the one that doesn't get the most airplay. So I haven't like played it out in my head enough.
That's hilarious. I'm sorry.
Speaking of, this had nothing to do with Michael Jackson, but it does have something to do with music and Moby. I did not hear Mariah Carey nearly as much as I used to this year.
I ain't
That's
gonna lie,
Moby's fault.
I didn't really either, man, and I'm all right with that.
I know
Moby
you
put
are.
that
That's
shit
why
out
I
in
was
the universe.
giggling.
He put that shit out in the universe, man.
Oh,
Sometimes you got to put it out in the universe.
homework
So-
assignment for you, AG.
Okay.
Ruben, you might enjoy it too. But we watched, first of all, T-Pain made an album recently called On Top of the Covers. So basically, T-Pain just basically
Covered a whole bunch of songs.
covered a whole bunch of songs he liked. And it's from all genres. So he's covered like Tennessee Whiskey.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, he did an amazing job on the album, but that's not what I'm trying to tell you about. On YouTube, you can actually hear where he performed his concert, where he did the On Top of the Covers live.
Okay.
Dude,
Okay.
it is like an hour of pure musical genius and entertainment. Like he's talking and he's funny as shit. He's singing his ass off and he's owning these songs that he's covered, man. Like a couple of his covers, I don't even want to hear the originals anymore.
Yeah,
They're his.
Okay.
I believe that.
All right. Cool. So
What's my
for those
homework
of you-
assignment?
Yeah, I'm about to cop that.
You gotta listen to it, man. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Not listen to the album. Watch him perform the live on top of the cover.
So what do I search
Just
on
YouTube.
YouTube?
Just YouTube T-Pain on top of the covers, and they'll have his live performance. He did it in a small venue. It has terrible editing because apparently he did it over like a couple nights.
Okay.
And so like he'll be singing one part and he'll have his jacket on, and then they'll cut to him again, and the jacket will be off because they're
Like
taking.
they do Chris Rock joints.
Yeah, man. It was horrible, man. My
Okay.
wife was getting so mad at me because I kept pointing it out. I'm just like, yo, they could have did a better job of editing this, man.
He
I'll
probably
check it out.
he probably had Tito editing that joint.
You know what?
What is your beef or obsession with Tito, man? Like, why
That's catching strays for no
what
reason.
did Tito
man.
Jackson ever do to you, man?
Nothing,
Nothing.
man. Tito's funny, man. I don't know what it is. Like, so it's always been, especially, I mean, I can't speak for AG or Moby, but my generation we've had a love for Tito because everybody thought Tito was cool. It's not a negative. Everybody thought Tito was cool, and the fact that he just disappeared one day, and next thing you know, this dude just came out of nowhere, and he's playing the guitar again, and it was just it's a thing. It's okay, and I don't hate him. No, I think Tito's awesome, but it may be just the fact that he's a black dude named Tito.
I feel like he's come off over time as the most grounded one.
Oh,
bar
by far,
none.
by far.
Bar none.
I mean, what's he got to be? Look, man, the motherfucker didn't sing. He sung background. You know, he was the only one who clearly had any type of instrumental talent.
That's not true.
played-
Jermaine played bass.
I was about to say, yeah, that wasn't true either, but
Yeah, but Jermaine stopped playing after a while. He
What are you
sung.
talking about?
Or you mean he stopped doing it on stage?
Correct.
So,
Yeah.
So that meant
It's-
he never
yeah.
played it.
Look, that's not what I'm saying. But Jermaine's known for his singing voice, not for him playing the bass guitar. Whereas Tito's only known for playing the guitar. That's it. Hear me out. So nah, man. No, I like T. I think Tito's awesome.
I like
Yeah.
how you said "hear me out" as neither one of us were talking. Neither one of
know,
us
right?
were interrupting you, and you said "hear me
I
out."
was trying to leave that alone.
I appreciate that. Yeah,
I'm so glad that this show is consistent from year to year.
2024, we back. So my top five, very similar to y'all's, more combined. Smooth Criminal, huge fan of Smooth Criminal. The video, everybody can say what they want. That video is way better than Thriller
Smooth Criminal is the greatest music video ever made,
ever made.
and I don't give a fuck who you are. I'll fight you over that shit.
That's what I was about to say. I'm about to say I'm gonna fight you because by far.
I used to
by far.
hate when they used to do those top 100 videos of all time, and
It
was
is Thriller,
always
man.
Thriller. And
Thriller, man.
I'd be like, I get it. Thriller was the first of its kind.
It was a movie.
But let's not front and act. They made a fucking video game off of Smooth Criminal, man.
That man, bro. There's so many, man. I can't even get in the Smooth Criminal right now, man. It's so many, especially that crazy like 35-degree lean.
Everybody
Like,
lean.
what the fuck, man? I'm about to lean out this goddamn page. I mean, yo, man. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm fighting with
And
you.
it's a better song.
Way better. And
Can we say
look,
it's
man,
better? I mean,
bro?
it was years later. All I'm saying, it was years later.
Nah, man.
Are you talking
Man.
about the video or the song?
You said the song. I was addressing the song comment.
Oh, the
Yeah,
song's better than Thriller.
better. Song's
By
better.
far. Thriller's not, as we noticed, Thriller is not anywhere in our top five because it's not in my top five at all.
I mean, I get that. I'm just saying. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard for me to just say Michael Jackson songs aren't. I don't know, man. All his songs are
Okay,
really good. It's his personal taste.
I'm not saying Thriller don't slap in its own right. I'm just saying, when the last time you heard Thriller on the radio? You hear Smooth Criminal on multiple radio stations. Hell, people have tried to cover. There's multiple versions of Smooth Criminal.
Actually, yeah.
and
I'm
there's
glad
only
you
one
mentioned
real
that.
cover. There's only one real cover on that song. And if anybody else, F them. Alien Ant Farm.
Yes, I was going to say
Still-
that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
they did.
They killed
Any-
it. They killed
any
it dead.
other-
I promise
Any
you.
other cover can go suck a dick. It's whatever.
Well, I
I
wouldn't
don't know
go
if
that
I
far.
go. Yeah,
No,
yeah, whoa,
man.
whoa, whoa,
Hold on.
whoa, pause,
Hey.
man. Like,
Line. line, cross it. I dare. We'll fight.
No, what I'm
saying.
saying is actually the irony in all this is I didn't really appreciate Smooth Criminal until Alien Ant Farm did their version. Then I went backwards and was like, okay, it's fire. It's
like,
fire.
yeah, this slap.
Yeah,
It really did. It
Woof.
really did.
And then they made the video so awesome. Straight white people appreciation of Michael Jackson. Like,
Oh, you got to serve it up the way people can eat it. So I get it.
So it's awesome. All right. So the way you make me feel, of course. Don't stop till you get enough. I'm a big fan. I was really shocked. AG man, PYT is on my list. I didn't. That's a low one. And then
why would you be shocked? The PYT is like fire.
I'm about to say, yeah, PYT.
I mean, it is, but
everybody likes that song, man. Like,
everybody likes it.
I know.
but it's not
I
everybody's top-
expected
top
to be somebody's top 5. I mean, it just
Yeah.
wasn't mine.
And then, of course, what I like to call the beat it prelude. Want to be starting something.
That's
That
good one.
song is awesome.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Song's awesome. Now, I will say, I'm looking at Nikki D's Ben. I lied
Ben
to
is
you
dope.
not.
Ben is dope.
I don't know what that song is.
Well, it came out for a soundtrack for a movie that
Yeah.
was like 50 years
See?
old now.
And that's why I'm gonna have to do my listen, because I was like, because I saw it and I was like, what the hell is that? And so the fact that Nikki put Ben, that's dope, because I still don't know what it is. But as part of my homework, I'm gonna go find that out. And I wish I had room for Dancing Machine, because Dancing Machine was awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Hey,
That's
Mickey,
pretty good.
I don't want to talk about nobody's list either, like in a negative way. But Scream is not one of Scream is like a song that I wish didn't happen. Like I get like how monumental it was. Michael and Janet maybe saw together. But I was like, man, I wish Scream never happened. Like,
Yeah, you're not wrong there, sir.
I just wish
You're not
it
wrong
never
at all. I mean, because the first time I heard it, I was pretty excited about it because it's like, Janet was
Michael and
doing really
Janet.
well at the time.
Yeah.
Mike was, kind of making a comeback or whatever it was. I said, this is really going to be good. And it was not.
happened. It just,
So
It was
I-
really odd. It was really kind of strange.
I'll say this: musically, it sounds great, and then if you listen to the words, it's like, what the fuck is this shit?
I'm gonna.
And then the
I'm gonna-
video's even worse.
there's
I'm
no-
going to disagree with
there's
it.
It went nothing but
about that
downhill
song.
from there.
There's nothing about that song that I
I
find
like
appealing.
I like the beat, but I hear you. I'm with you on that. PYT with Will I Am? No, I can't.
There was somebody did a version of it with Will I Am as a feature.
I don't know that
I
one.
never heard of that one before.
I don't know, and I don't want to know. That's
Man,
just like
look,
when.
look, man,
that's
don't,
like
don't knock it, because like
I'm not.
It
I'm
might
not.
be. It might
if I
slap.
say it could be great.
But that's the same thing with like Human Nature, man. Human Nature is a nice song, but
It's a little
I'm
bit
not-
more nice,
but-
man. It's just a
but I'm
ballad.
not gonna ride. I'm just not gonna ride that to Michael Jackson.
K Biako, I need you to take your penis out of this argument. We ain't talking about how Janet looked in the video.
She
we
did
were-
though.
We were just talking about musically. We weren't we weren't
Well, I
trying
mean,
to.
Janet looked a little disturbed in the video. I don't
Maybe
know.
KB Yako likes him crazy. I don't know.
Yeah,
Based on his social choices, that can't be true.
I mean, hey, bro.
I'm just saying, man.
That's
once again, I appreciate you trying to find something positive about the fact that Scream song happened, but other
That
than
it
that, other than that, I'm just not with it. Like,
wow.
Now, I will say the cinematography was really good.
I mean, yeah. if you
Whoever
didn't-
shot it and edited
was
it
that a
was
Hype
great.
Williams video?
probably.
Well, I
Everything
feel
was
like
Hype Williams
I feel like back then, like every shiny video was Hype Williams.
I
Like,
hadn't heard that name in years. I think
because he retired off of these artists, man. He was getting $1 million a video.
Video,
Like,
yeah, he was.
yeah.
he made like what 300 of them for them niggas. Like, so
He made 300.
And that's very true, Black Morticia Adams. A lot of people don't remember that. Yeah, Janet did that song because
Yeah.
yeah.
You know that,
He didn't
and
do
the
some
funny
shit.
thing is, Tootie's mom was the threatening with the iron. That's always
Bro,
funny to me.
that's foul.
That's always funny to me,
That's
man.
that's so messed up, man. It's so
Hey,
messed up.
I'm not the one that wrote her in to be so bad.
Oh
I'm
my
just saying
God.
it's Tootie's mom, bro.
Man, I'm
An-
I'm sorry.
another
I'm sorry I
reason-
made this go on a rabbit hole about the Scream thing. I
Hey,
saw
routine.
Scream. I saw Scream on a top 5 Michael Jackson list, and I felt offended for him. I felt offended for him.
But I don't know if Michael was offended though. I think he probably thought it was wonderful.
Mm,
He worked with his sister. I mean,
Yeah, he worked with his sister.
hold
all the
on.
things.
He might have thought it was cool, but I bet if we brought dead Michael Jackson back and was like, "Hey, bro, you think Scream one of your top 5 songs ever?" Hell no. Hell no.
I can't. I just can't.
Yes,
I
you can.
can't.
Yes, you can.
Oh my god, my heart.
That was hilarious.
Oh. I thought he was gonna take it further too.
Yo,
He didn't.
I thought somebody would put like "Remember the Time" up there because that was a
That was
close
good one,
one for
too.
me. That was close.
Close to what? The trash?
No, you
Oh,
thought that
man,
was
fuck
trash?
that. Man, fuck
Remember the
Time,
Time is a
man.
great song, man.
Oh, that's as good as Black or White.
We'll respectfully disagree. on
No,
that.
it
That's
is not.
as good as
Did
Black
you
and
just
White.
compare it to Black and White? You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, I hate that
That's
song
fine.
too. I think that song's dumb as hell too. Sorry. Just not,
And-
it's not
And
about.
I almost put "Bad" up here, but that was more sentimental than actual real. Because
You know, I see that.
my uncle was in that video, the "Bad" video. So
That's cool.
Oh, for real? What was
Yeah.
it?
he was one of
Man.
the dancers in it. Yes.
That video.
Now I
ain't
got
that
to go
great,
watch
but
it.
okay.
You got to figure out who see if I can figure out who your uncle is. I got to go watch it now. Because
I would
really, the only
say-
reason I took the song seriously because Michael Jordan was in the video. Then I had to go back and listen to the song.
I would say look for the light skinned dude, but you know, there's kind of a bunch of them in there. So
Yeah, my uncle
right.
was darker than me, so
I mean, hey, I didn't know that. We were
Oh, so
going
you're
by what the
generalizing.
information
You're
you gave us.
generalizing, sir.
yeah,
Exactly all day, and I'll keep doing it.
You
So-
gotta stop disrespecting us dark skinned people, man.
I know you didn't
I
just say that. Right.
had to tell.
I
I've been
know
telling
you
you about
didn't
that for
say that.
weeks, man. You keep disrespecting, man.
The
This
darkest
colorism, man.
person on this show is me. I can't believe it.
And you're not even that damn dark, ain't you?
Exactly. Exactly my point.
Oh shit!
May Scream play on your radio forever, sir. I'm just saying.
Oh god, that's funny.
That's
Oh
cool,
god.
bro.
All right, that was a good high five.
That was
that's
nice.
it.
nice.
I'd make it 4 times before I committed suicide. If
I take that. That
if
was
I knew that song was gonna play over and over for the rest of my life, nah, it ain't worth it. I'm out.
you-
Ooh. Oh my god. Oh jeez.
That's funny.
And Black Morticia, I was at her dark ass side. Oh, so
Hey,
yeah,
look,
she's offended by the dark comments right now.
whatever, man. Like, I identify as dark skin. Okay.
You know what? You know- Hey, y'all, it's 2024, y'all. Welcome back. Because we
Oh
here.
my god. Oh my god.
Identify as dark.
Oh yeah, people are the worst.
Oh, so what you trying to say? Us people.
Exactly.
Us dark skinned
Really?
people.
And what you trying to say, Moby? What you trying to pass as dark? Are you serious right now, man?
Bro, I identify as dark, man.
No,
What you talking
identify
about?
as? You light. You got freckles, man.
Sir,
You got freckles. Please stop.
my pronouns are black and midnight. Okay.
You know what? So when I look under the bed, I can see you. Come on, man. No.
I mean,
This
you know
caramel,
they
this caramel person is the lightest person,
Ah.
the darkest person on the show. Y'all need to stop playing.
hey AG. I
That
mean,
light
you know.
privilege, that beige rage over there. What?
Oh wow, damn! I was about to
Beige
sit here
rage.
and help you out and shit, but
Sir, I
fuck
do
your
not.
dark ass. Like,
I do
Hey,
not.
man. Black is beautiful. I'm a star. What?
bro.
Not appreciate you not respecting my wishes because I identify as dark. Okay.
All I'm saying, man,
I'm
is you-
disrespecting you, man. For real. Okay.
but the reason why we know you're not dark, Moby, is because we can see your tattoos, bro.
No,
Exactly.
no,
You got all
sir.
the colors showing too.
Sir, I identify in the category of Shabba Ranks.
Well, I haven't heard that name in 25 years. That's the reference we're going with.
Shaba.
My Wesley Snipes spirit is offended.
Oh shit. Past your 57.
Oh man, I got. Speaking of that, I don't mean to interrupt you because this is funny, but I saw a meme on Instagram, and it was a dude that looked like Wesley Snipes, and he had the hairline and everything. And somebody said that was Blade's cousin Butter Knife. I was weak. I just want to put that out there. It was hilarious.
Yo,
I was like, because I showed Lauren, I was like, baby, the internet is undefeated. I was like, Butter Knife.
day.
Just had to put that out there, man. Had to put it out
God
there.
damn. Mo B clear yellow. Ain't no darky. Wow.
Ouch.
Ooh, that's what we're doing up in here.
No
Hey,
respect, and this colorism is not cool. With 2024, we need to get
No
better than this.
Damn. And look, Black Morticia, I'm getting mad at Nikki because she following up. She gave her the facts. Don't follow me up. Shit.
What have
Damn,
you started,
boy.
Mo B? What have you started? The first show of the year. What have you done, sir?
I mean,
I
look,
mean,
if y'all don't want to respect with me identifying as dark skin, that's on you. So
man, I can honestly say out of 4+ years, I would never think we would have a conversation about
Hey.
us over some colorism.
I'm still in the part where he says Shabba Ranks.
Shabba. That's a different type of black too, bro.
Woo.
I got his own definition. It's black charcoal and Shabba.
Oh, actually, I thought he was gonna lead with Ron. That's what I thought he was gonna
nah,
lead with.
man, I'm not.
Oh, damn.
Hey, look, man, y'all.
Because y'all talk about that dude like a dog. I thought he was gonna lead with Ron for real.
Leave my black brother out of this.
Oh,
Like,
now he's your black brother now. Have you heard the disparaging things you said about him in the last 4 years?
leave my brother in pigmentation out of this. Okay.
Oh my goodness. I can't even do this right now.
He is Sterling Midnight, yo. Stop it.
Ouch.
So dark he shine.
Look, he
You
is
know what?
he is a classy island black. Okay, just leave his team in black.
He's like, wait a minute. He's a classy island black. Y'all are mean. Y'all are so mean to me.
Oh God, I'm not gonna make it. I live for some coming.
The whole show is gonna be about blackness. With 2 light-skinned people on the show. Oh
my
man.
God.
I gotta say
Morris
it.
Chestnut. Morris
Look, I
Chestnut
missed y'all.
chocolate.
I missed y'all
Oh,
for real.
God
This is
damn it.
funny. This is funny.
Why are we still talking
I
about this?
appreciate that, KBIACO. Like, I appreciate that.
You see that dig at you, Ruben. Morris
I see
Chestnut
that. I
dark
see that.
chocolate.
And it's funny,
just
like, you know,
And that's
yeah,
probably one of the underlying reasons why he hates that man so much. He just hates us because we black and beautiful. He hates us because we black and beautiful.
oh no.
So wait a minute, Moby. If you're gonna identify as black and say
Oh.
black is beautiful, is like somebody like Angela Davis less down?
No. Look, it's not about
Mm.
how black you are to make you down. It's about how you feel about your own blackness. And my black is beautiful.
So you got a special kind of black.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, all we need is De La Soul and the damn Jungle Brothers now.
As the
Shit.
dark skinned representative on this show, I feel like I have a
Wow.
responsibility. Responsibility.
As the black representative
Oh, my
on
God.
this show.
No, I said dark skin. I say black.
Oh,
I ain't
I'm
say
sorry.
black.
You
I'm
did
not,
say that. My
I'm
bad.
not disrespecting y'all's black. I'm
Which
just-
is even more disrespectful to everybody
Oh my God.
else as the dark skinned
Oh.
representative.
Black Morticia Adams.
Oh,
I'm
man.
black. If I stand in front of a white wall, it would look like it had a hole in it. Oh
You
shit.
know what? That's funny. Black
Oh,
Morticia
yeah.
Adams is all over it tonight.
I mean, her and Nikki, man. Nikki she ain't supporting you, Moby, at all.
It's okay. It's
For real, because Nikki said we can see you in the dark. That's cold.
That's my aura. That's not. That
That's
has
your
nothing to do
aura.
with my
Wait a minute,
complexion.
Naki's
That's
got
my
an aura.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, he's got an aura. Oh man, he
Oh,
went
my-
around
and
here like the Northern Lights, y'all. He got an aura.
Yeah. And here's the crazy part about this, right? Like before the
Black is Corrales.
before the show, and it's funny that happens, and then of course KB Acko brings up the nemesis. You know, I was
How is
watching.
Morris Chestnut your nemesis?
There's no rivalry if you don't know the dude, man. How come? Why would you even say he's a nemesis when you don't exist to him? It ain't like y'all neighbors and something. I mean, really?
Look, man, can I have my piece? Thank you.
All I do is win, win, win.
So-
Is that why you mad?
I ain't never mad.
You stay mad at that guy.
I mean, So, as I was saying, it's interesting that all this came up because right before the show, I was watching the end of the movie The Brothers with his punk ass up there. And it also, funny part, had absolutely nothing to do. A flashlight or wow. Oh my God, I can't right now.
Yes, you
It had nothing to do with the question of the day, which I'm very excited to hear what everybody else thinks about it because the board is on fire today and they're about to get in fuego after this question. So,
can.
get on
It was a good question, by the way.
thank you. So, the question of the day is when is an independent woman too independent for men? When is an independent woman too independent for men? Y'all, one of y'all can start.
I mean, I don't think the question is phrased in a way that allows anyone to answer it. And the reason speaking is because when has anything in a relationship ever been a woman's fault? So if she can't be too independent for a man, that man just ain't strong enough to deal with her.
This guy.
I mean,
All right.
I got glasses on and can't find a lie. So what's wrong, Ruben?
Hey,
He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong, man. He ain't wrong.
I never said he was.
because my opinion don't matter on the subject. Because like, if a woman is a strong, independent woman and she ain't with nobody, it's because ain't nobody strong enough to deal with her, or they're intimidated by her. So I mean, I've never heard a woman say it without it also sounding like a dig at men that yeah, maybe I am a little bit too independent for a relationship. No, it's always phrased that, well, I'm independent, and if you can't deal with that, or I hear statements like, oh, she'll submit if you're worthy of submission, moving goalposts. Like it's
Submit? What the fuck? We balled and chained up. This ain't.
look, hold on. Men use that word submission a lot.
Yeah.
And
This ain't 50
first of
Shades
all, I
up in
think
this
it's stupid for any guy to be like, I need a woman that's willing to submit, because that shit just sounds stupid. What he really says is, I need a woman who is willing to not try to lead me all the time. Like, can we be if women really wanted to be a partnership, they would allow it to be a partnership. But it's not. It's a you lead when I don't want to have to take responsibility for it, and you shut the fuck up and do what I say when I want to get my way. That's typically what women who are not in long relationships suffer from. Now, I'm not saying that men don't do their fair share in this collision, because there's a whole bunch of dudes up here who just want their woman to listen to them because, and it's like, bro, you got to earn that. You have to earn the right for somebody to be willing to follow you. However, there's some women who will never give somebody that quote unquote ability to lead them. So I think the way you phrase the question, like, when is an independent woman too independent? That's never, according to most independent women.
I mean, the question was phrased the way it was phrased on purpose, because that's the great that's the great bane of existence, right? Because you do have some people who refuse to be led, and then you have some people who refuse to take a back seat to what they might consider someone to lead them. And
Yeah, I think Black Morticia's comment is like, we could crack this nut open all day.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
I have no problem being submissive when I am led correctly. That statement right there sounds great. However, who judges whether you're being led correctly? And most people when they're being led in a direction, they're being led because they don't know the fucking way. So how can you tell me what's the correct way? Now, I'm not saying she should lead or she should just blindly follow. But what I'm saying is a lot of women have used that as a moving goalpost because the spirit of that statement is great. Like, yeah, I will follow when you've given me enough proof that you have the same end goal for me as I do. But to say that on the first date or like right away, it's like, hey, that's subjective. Like being led in the right direction is subjective. So I mean, I think the whole idea of leading is what can we bring to the table and how can we let's figure out where the end game is, like where the goal of us going is, and maybe we both have different ways to get there. And at some point in time, I'm gonna have to defer to you for some things, and some point in time you're gonna have to defer to me. I defer to my wife about a lot of shit, and not just to say, happy wife, happy life. Like, no, there are some things where I'm just like, look, you are gonna have to take the lead in this because you are better equipped to take the lead in this. And there's some things that I, I'm pretty sure she might not say out loud, but she'll say, hey, you need to take the lead in these things because I don't want to have to deal with this shit. That's a relationship.
All right. And Black Morticia also says like women hear the word submissive and think it's negative. I
Agreed.
mean, I also feel like it's weird, right? Because should we be using that term submissive? Is that
First
the
of all,
term we really want to use?
I don't think any
Or
male should use the word submissive because I've
yeah,
never desired or required anybody I was with to be submissive. I
yeah. I
wasn't.
mean,
I was brought up around submissive people. So, in fact,
exactly.
submissive women, like somebody who truly is like a yes person, to do whatever you say, that's unattractive to me. Like, I want to be challenged sometimes, especially if I ain't doing shit right, or
Yeah.
if or I ain't always right. Challenge me.
Or like in what was it, Coming to America, when he told the girl to bark like a dog, she went, arf, arf. And he's like, no, like a big dog. Arf, arf. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, to me, that's submissive. That's some I do what the fuck you say, whatever you say it type of shit. I don't want none of that. Because if I wanted that, I don't know what I would be, because that doesn't make sense to me. AG, man, you've been quiet, bro. Talk to us.
I've just been taking it all in. I understand how y'all would feel about submissive, but in my world, you have to do that. But there's a big but with that, because you have there's a really strong, there's a lot of responsibility that you have to come up with and be prepared to be as a man for you to have something to submit to. I understand what Moby was saying about us a moving goalpost, but in my world, it's not. And that brings me to how I feel about the question, really, because me, it's like I find, look, an independent woman is great when you're single, but an independent woman with a man, it's like, I find it hard for you to be an independent woman when there's nothing about what you're doing that you're obligated to do. Everything is negotiable. Kids, cooking, and everything in between is negotiable. Where my responsibility to you is not. It's just, there's nothing about what I owe you, what I owe you as a man that is going to move. You can do whatever you want to do. You can make all the money you want to make. You can do all of these things, and you can take care of me or not. Like if you go out making 10 million, if you go out and make $10 million, it's a round number with lots of zeros. That doesn't mean that you have the same obligation to take care of me, that if I went out and got that money, it's already understood that you're taking care of for the rest of your life. I find it hard to look at any woman that's with a man and say she's independent, knowing that there's nothing that you have to do. So for me, I'm kind of like, well, you can be independent all you want to, but the first time you say you're tired, I got to look at you differently. Because men are built in such a way in which they don't really get tired of being responsible for you. That is not something we run around to do. Now, we might get tired of a lot of things, but we're not physically and mentally and emotionally tired from taking care of you. It's just, like I said, for me, I am responsible for my wife, period. If she wakes up and just mean to me, I still got to go to work. In fact, I'm going to go to work. It's not like I'm thinking about it. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to make sure she's provided for all the things. It's non-negotiable. Now, again, everybody lives in a different world. In my world, that's how it goes. Submission comes with, is reciprocated with an enormous responsibility. And that's how submission, like with your example of, coming to America, that's not submission. That's just something else. And I think people like to attach the two together so they don't have to do anything. They're not responsible for anything. Well, I'm just letting you know, submission reciprocated with responsibility, that to me in my world makes a lot of sense. But an independent woman, okay, that's great. But give me something that's non-negotiable in your life that belongs to me as a husband. Well, because you don't have to sleep with me, you don't have to cook for me, you don't have to do all these things. Nothing is like set in stone. You have to do this or you're a failure. Not anything. So that's kind of how I feel about that.
I mean, Black Morticia Adams I was going to bring it up and she said it too. Like, you've never heard a guy saying I'm an independent man. Like if you're a man, it's kind of understood that there's a level of independence that you have to have for yourself. And it's also not the goal. Like if you're in a relationship, like, do you want to be in the relationship or do you want to be independent? Because as a guy, especially as a married guy, yeah, it's cool when I'm around my boys to act like, man, I do whatever the fuck I want to do. But the truth of the matter is I don't. And I can't, because I have someone to answer to. And I don't say answer to in a negative way. I have someone who I am accountable for. So I cannot just, as AG said, I cannot be like, hey, I don't really feel like providing, so I'm out. I'm gonna take a leave of absence from this provider role, because
I ain't never come home, baby.
As AG would say, like, then I'd be considered a failure. I mean, I like hearing, I got not an argument, I just discussion with my wife, and she actually agreed with me, which that's really one of the reasons. I don't even fucking want to tell you the story. She agreed with me, so I feel like I won.
You won.
but I was like, we were listening to something, and she was like, yeah, because us bossed up ladies, and I was just like, I ain't met a female boss yet, as far as based on the terminology they use, because they're like, successful, I make a lot of money, I'm a boss. And I'm like, that's not what being a boss is. Being a boss is being responsible for everybody else and your success. Like, because if a woman makes a lot of money, she still don't want to take care of no motherfucking body. Like, she's still not going to take care of nobody. So you ain't a boss. You're just a person that made a lot of money. You're successful. Great. Difference between being a rich, successful woman and being a fucking boss. Because when a guy says he's a boss, that means there's people underneath him. And I don't mean underneath him like they're below him. I mean, there are people under his umbrella of responsibility that if that shit ain't right for them, he's got to take responsibility for, because he's the fucking boss. Most women don't have those same standards. I'm not saying there are no women out there, but most of the women that are yelling it from the mountaintops because they made a lot of money doing whatever it is that they did, they not a boss. They just a person that made a lot of money doing whatever it is that they did, because at the end of the day, they still don't want to fucking be responsible for nobody.
Non-negotiable. Just saying.
Yeah, I think Nikki hit on it. People confuse abuse with submission. True submission doesn't take advantage. Oh, I wish you could teach that to everybody.
Told you. Reciprocation. Reciprocation. I told you, reciprocation with responsibility to submission is perfect.
Yeah.
But people like to label it like you labeled it, Ruben, and then it goes on and on and on and on. Because I'm not saying this about you in particular right now, but hurt people. And so you spread this rhetoric and people take it seriously because they're hurt too. And then that independent woman wants to be married, but she's not a wife, and she never will be a wife. She doesn't have the skill to be a wife. All she wants is a husband, and there's a difference. Because if women really looked at, especially women that have church in them at all, if you really looked at what is required of you, you wouldn't want to be married based on your hurt feelings. Because there's a lot of service involved in being a wife to start with, and independence isn't one of them. Independence is a selfish thing, depending on nuance and context. So for you to just be like, I'm an independent woman, then next thing I know is like, why don't you help me? Help yourself. Because that's what you said. You said you were me. Help yourself. But when you say that to a woman, then all of a sudden she questioning your manhood. Does that sound like independence to me? No. That sounds like, well, I hate to use it, but that sounds toxic to me. Because you're telling me you're something, but then when the responsibility gets here, you don't want any of the responsibility. You just want to flaunt it, and you're not flaunting. You are flaunting it because you're hurting people with it, as opposed to what Mo B said, as being responsible. If my wife goes out and makes $10 million, my wife in particular, I ain't got to work no more. Period. She's rarefied air. Most women aren't responsible for that. They made their money. Now they looking at me like I'm a dog. No, you are responsible for me if you're going to be me, but you're not me because you play both sides based on convenience. No, you're not real. You're not keeping it a buck. You just saying some words so you can be something that you're not. It's ridiculous. It's just, like I said, toxic.
I mean, first of all, only masculinity can be toxic according to social standards.
That is I'm sorry. You are so right, sir. I'm sorry. I didn't even know I missed that one.
Because you ain't never heard nobody say toxic femininity.
Exactly. Never.
So, I mean, and another thing is, it's, relationships are turned into positionless basketball. And I use sports references a lot, but positionless basketball is cool. But I mean, as great as Michael Jordan is, or what? Yeah, it was. And as great as Kobe Bryant was, they could have never played together. And it's not because they're selfish, or it's not just because, one of them wanted to be the alpha. No, they played the same fucking position. And you can't play the same fucking position in a relationship. Both people can't be doing the same thing. Like, the team is built on people doing their responsibility. When you put two people, I don't care how great they are, but if they do the same thing, then you're going to clash. Relationships can't turn into positionless basketball as much as societal standards want them to. It just can't, because you can't, as AG said, you can't play both sides. You can't be independent, making money, doing everything for yourself, and then at the first sign of difficulty, trouble, or just plain selfishness, you look at me and go, well, why aren't you paying for this for me? Because I thought we were doing things 50-50. I thought we were on the independent game. Like, you pay for your lobster and food that you can't pronounce, and I'll pay for my little chicken over here. Not because I'm less successful than you, because I mean, if I got to pay for something for me, I'm just paying for what I need, not for what you need. But no, well, I shouldn't say no. Most women would not accept that as an acceptable answer from a guy on a date. Like, hey, since you're so independent and strong, I don't want to disrespect your independence by trying to, pay for your food or anything. Matter of fact, how about we just meet at the restaurant? I don't even want to have to pick you up because that's gas money, baby. Like, I ain't trying to do all that.
Wow.
Woo.
All right.
Burn my tongue on that one.
So Nikki hits us with the unfortunate way gender roles have been set up. When a woman makes more, is unfortunate. A man has to be less valued. But this is byproduct of gender roles and social standards. Excuse me.
It's true, because I mean, as much as I would scream to the mountaintops that I'm not that guy, I know plenty of guys that really just could not deal with the fact that the person that there was in a relationship, if that person made significantly more to them. Like, I know guys, if they were making 100,000, but their woman was fucking almost a millionaire, making millions, they would see that as I can't deal with that. And me, I'd be like, we balling, baby.
Exactly.
We balling, baby.
We shining together.
Yeah, we here now.
Oh, wait. We gonna have kids? All right, cool. We don't
Now,
need no babysitters.
but
I got you.
But also a lot of that is when you ask women, and there've been numerous independent studies on this, and they've asked women, like, no matter how successful a woman is, they always say, I want a man that is equal or makes more than me financially. And that's never a thing that guy says. A guy never goes, you know what, I need this woman to make the same amount as me or more, because we don't think in terms like that. I mean, we typically shallow male things. The more money I make, the better she better look. Like, I mean, just if I'm gonna be out here being a millionaire, like, she got to be fine.
Because
That's pretty much
technically,
where our shallowness goes. Like, she got to be
yeah,
fine.
because she's a representation of you. in
Well, yeah,
public.
surface.
I don't know if that's the case. It's like, because I don't think actually.
I don't think it's
Not-
representation. I think it's just like, I mean, I'm paid, so why would I
Well,
go
but,
get
but
something
yeah,
less aesthetically pleasing?
but see, but I would disagree with those statements saying that, when you are in public with your significant other, you are sometimes judged based on your significant other and how they act and how they carry themselves. Now, I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying that's what it is. That's why you would never. That's why if you were going to a nice event, you want your significant other to look just as nice, or if anything, way nicer than you, because at that point in time, that person then represents, you. That's just like, we're talking about a relationship standpoint, but just like if you work for a company and, hey, I need you to go do this, and it's something special, they're gonna be like, hey, go rent yourself a car, don't take your car, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about appearances as well. Now, it may not be directly appearances how I feel, but in the grand scheme of things, there are just a lot of people who understand that what you put out there is what you want to be put out there. Not, you don't want people to have to, I guess, dig in more into
I mean,
it.
I get what you're saying.
You want the picture to be good.
A lot of guys that make a lot of money want trophy wives. That's pretty much what you just said. Tried to dance around and say without sounding like you were being shallow about it. Yeah, there are people who want trophy wives.
Well, but what I'm also saying, what I'm also saying is, if you're going out with your wife somewhere, you want your wife to look fine, because if she feels fine, if she looks fine, she feels fine, and that sort of thing. Because in the grand scheme of things, regardless, because you care less, like you just said, you care less about how you look in comparison to how she would look. You see what I'm saying? It's just a representation. We all want positive representation, which is probably a completely different question, actually, than what we are talking about today. But in that small thing, yeah. I mean, you say a trophy wife. Well, I would dare say that. I would dare say whenever you go out with your wife or with your significant other, I mean, you want to look good. You want that person to look good just as much as you do. Unless you're going to a place where you may feel that's not required.
I mean, I feel like you're talking about two different things.
That's very true.
I feel like you're talking about two different things. And oh man, Nikki hit me with the wage gap thing. We could
That's
talk.
a whole nother podcast.
We could talk for
Yeah.
hours about that.
And we can.
I'm not saying wage gap disparity doesn't exist. I'm saying most wage gap disparity exists because of the jobs, not because of the gender. Just traditionally jobs that women take more so than traditionally men take. I'm not saying wage gap disparity doesn't happen in all aspects. It does. But I don't know if the gap is the reason why women are really wanting guys to make more money than them. maybe you personally, Nikki. I'm not telling you that you're lying. I'm not trying to say that. I'm simply saying I don't know if there are a lot of women out there who like I want my man to make more money than me because I know this job that I'm working is never going to give me what I truly deserve as an employee. I don't think that's what comes to mind when that happens. I think it's because I think if he makes a lot of money, we'll have a better life. Period. End of the story. The discussion's over.
But it would be worth investigating in the future. That's a good question to investigate in the future.
I don't know if you'll ever get the answer on that. I mean, but yeah, the wage
But
gap.
it's worth talking about. But yes, a different conversation. I will agree with you
It's
on
a
that.
big conversation.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and put a pin on this. AG, last word.
I think if you're wealthy as a dude, you should be able to get whoever you want to get. I don't want any dude out there to end up with somebody that a prostitute giving you the girlfriend experience can beat. And I think that being around certain situations that you have a lot of high dollar dudes, I always see a lot of beautiful women. You have choices. I'm not afraid to tell you. My wife is out of my league until I make $10 million. Then I have choices. Now I ain't leaving, but I'm saying to you, my paycheck or the zeros in my bank account in front of the decimal have a lot to do with how beautiful I can, how beautiful my wife or girlfriend or partner can be.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you, AJ. I was just laughing at Nikki. Don't want to end up like Wendy Williams or Britney Spears.
That's so messed up.
But my thing is, you're describing like how most men end up in divorce. Period.
Well, not wrong. Not wrong. Like I said, man, I mean, so that's the last word I had on that. I just I'm not afraid to say, and this is what got me to this point to start with in my own personal life. It's like, I like this and I like that. Whatever package it comes in, it still has to be this and that. If I'm going to put myself out there like that, because I'm responsible, the first thing I think about when somebody says married or boyfriend, responsibility. And if I'm going to have that kind of responsibility, I'm going to get what I want to. So I don't see why men need to be afraid to say that. I do understand why we are, but you still need to keep it in mind quietly and choose accordingly. So I'm like, man, look, like I said, the worst thing in the world is to know the woman that you're with is not better than the prostitute that can give you a better fantasy. That's a real thing for most men. Don't be that guy. So I'm just saying.
All right. Awesome. I love the conversation. Wendy Williams. Wow. That's a tough one. It's hard to follow that, but I'm going to.
I mean,
So-
look, this is all Barbie's fault. No, seriously, this is all Barbie's fault. And I'm not talking about the movie. Like all of these issues that we have as guys from our point of view are because of Barbie. And just hear me out. Because I know that sounds like just a random thing I said. But how many different type of Barbies we got? We got Barbies in all types of professions, careers. There's even a curvy Barbie. But you know what? All the fucking Kens look perfect, don't they? So basically it tells them no matter what you are, woman, you deserve this perfect Ken.
And we're going to table that.
No lie. Can you find a lie, Ruben?
We're going to table that to
You
another
can
episode.
table it all you want to, but can you find a lie on the table?
I can't. I cannot.
Okay.
But I think that's a definite conversation for another time. So AG, man, what's on your mind, bro?
I tell you what's on my mind. I missed y'all. I mean, like I said before, I'm always glad to get some time off from anything because I love time off. However, I missed y'all. It's good to be back. That's what's on my mind.
All right, cool. Thanks, sir. Mo B, what's on your mind, man?
All these New Year resolutions that I didn't make. That's all these New Year's resolutions that I didn't even make, man. Like I've told you before, I don't make them. But like this year, I realized I didn't even hear nobody talk about them this year. It's almost like as as we get more effed up as a society, we not even lying to ourselves no more. Like I ain't hear nobody talking about the New Year's resolutions. I ain't see a whole bunch of gym commercials about making that 2024 your best healthy. I ain't seen none of them shits. It's like everybody just said, you know what, 2024, fuck it.
I mean, you know why you didn't see that, right? Because this year Planet Fitness decided to go ahead and pay Megan Thee Stallion to be on their commercials, and I'm just
Hate
kind of
that.
like,
Mother
I hate
Fitness.
everyone. I hate
Mother
everyone.
Fitness.
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Please make it stop.
I mean, I was like,
Hey,
all right,
she's
Yeah.
a boss, man.
She sure is.
She's a boss.
Oh my goodness.
She clearly making money. I ain't mad at her for taking the check though, because
Nah,
Me,
hell
I
no.
did check.
if they pay me to do a Planet Fitness commercial, I will be right up in there.
I can't stand it. Oh my
Black
goodness.
Morticia Adams told them to make them in spring, and yeah, she's one of them. So, hey, thank you, sir. What's on my mind? Yo, man, nothing. Things are great. I'm excited. 2024 came in silently. I fell asleep. I woke up. I fell asleep again. I woke up, and I was like, "Oh, it's 1:30. Awesome." Didn't do much, you know. The two guys on CNN didn't get too drunk this year, which is probably one of the reasons why I went to sleep.
Hey, bro, can we talk about that for a second though? Like, come on, man. Like, did they try to PC my New Year's, man? I
They
expect
did.
those
They
two
did.
gay
Bro.
white dudes to be lit every New Year's. That is what made it good. When Don Lemon was out there trash drunk, kissing
my
his
God.
boyfriend, that is the quality CNN news we need for New Year's. Without that energy, by like 11 o'clock, I was just like, what are we doing, man? I'm falling asleep. There's no drunk gay guy energy happening on CNN right now.
Because,
Wait
man,
a
because
minute. Drunk and straight are bad now?
no. What he's saying
First of all,
is
there was no drunk
and-
energy, period. But
Yeah.
usually on CNN is drunk gay energy. Okay,
really
that's
is.
because Andy went so over the top last year.
Yeah, he
They're
got
probably
himself
just
in a lot of
like,
trouble last
yeah,
year. It was bad.
they
It was
were
so
just like,
bad.
bro, yeah, we got
they're
it.
probably just like, bro. You
They
need
were
to
like
calm that shit down.
one shot every 2 hours. That's it. One shot
I
every
mean,
2 hours.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, like I said, because I was flipping from it. I was flipping around and I was like, oh, great. On CBS is Nashville Country New Year. I don't want to see that. And then, you know, there was some football going on. That was cool. That helped out. But yeah, man, it was just, yeah, it wasn't a thing. And honestly, that's because Andy wasn't drunk off his ass. Because that is great television.
But it ain't just Andy. Anderson usually be a little drunk because he be super giggly.
Yeah,
and,
but he.
I mean, like it just.
But Andy ruined it for this year,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Like,
And no
fucking
disrespect to the
up,
black
bro.
ladies on CNN, but man, they were so dry. They
Oh,
were
they were
so dry.
They were worse.
Man. Yeah,
They
it's
were
like-
worse.
It's like this show was so dry. Like y'all needed some liquor. Like y'all needed some liquor.
Where's Wolf? I mean, put Wolf up there drunk, man. I'd love to see that shit.
No, Wolf was
Like-
up there with his wife. Like y'all niggas ain't getting me in trouble. Wolf was with his black wife. Like these niggas ain't getting me in trouble.
Not at all.
Let a naysayer know. Told you I was gonna squeeze it in.
Yeah. I mean, oh my God, man. So, like, the new year came in like a whimper, and then you got motherfucking ESPN going crazy over a whole week. You got one dude dropping the N-bomb, aka naysayer. Now everybody on ESPN picked that up. I'm pretty sure they got a
You know what
memo.
we're talking about.
I don't. Help me
Oh,
understand.
you don't
What happened?
watch sports, man.
So the Alabama quarterback has his own clothing line, and it's called LANK. It's an acronym, LANK. And Reese, the whitest of white guys on College Game Day,
He's
actually didn't even say the name correctly, but he was like, hey, he wears his own clothing, and it's an acronym for let a naysayer know. And fucking Pat McAfee interrupted and was like, whoa. I did not expect
Reese
that to
Davis
happen.
say that for real.
Yo.
And then Pat was like, "Whoa, I did not think." He was like, "I thought you were about to hit." Reese was like, "Well, what did you think I was gonna say?" All the black guys on set of that. Joey Harrington, everybody, black guys died. Desmond Howard is like, "I thought it was about to go down, Reese. I thought you said you were too smooth with that. I thought it was about to go down." So now all the black people on ESPN have pretty much been saying naysayer, because that's the new word for nigga.
Yes.
And here's the thing: the closing line it doesn't even stand for "let a naysayer know." It actually stands for "let all naysayers know." But however, Reese knew what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah,
He
Reese
knew
smart
that
shit.
when he said "let a," every black person in America was inserting, "Oh shit, this nigga about to say nigga on TV."
Pearl clutch. The biggest pearl clutch in America
And I want to
happened
know
at that moment.
how funny that statement is, because I could see in Desmond Howard's face, he was like, "This nigga about to say nigga on TV in front of us." In front of us, because as the black representatives, we can't let this white guy say nigga on TV without acting like
Bruh.
we're outraged by it. But when he said
Bruh.
let a naysayer, it was like they were relieved. Desmond Howard was like grabbing the desk, like, "Whoo, you were too smooth with that, Reese. You were too smooth."
Is there somewhere on YouTube I can go see
Right,
this?
everywhere on YouTube, man.
Okay. Because I didn't know that happened. Are you?
And he
wow.
said it so smooth. Stands for "let a naysayer know." He paused a little bit right after
Yeah,
A.
because
He
Reese is
paused.
smart,
It was,
man.
it was like he
Oh, it's
knew.
great.
Every person of color in their head was like, "This nigga about to say nigga."
It was awesome. And I was like, what? I like literally I was watching it live and I really wasn't paying attention until he got to it. I was like,
Until fucking Pat because if Pat wouldn't interrupted, I think a lot of people would have just washed their hands of it. But Pat, you could tell Pat was like, because you know Pat say nigga all the time, probably. So Pat was like, "Whoa,
Stop.
Reese,
Stop
whoa."
hey man, hey, you can't be saying that, man. That's how people get in trouble. Because you know what happened? You happened on Tuesday, right?
Okay, so
On-
Pat McAfee has probably been around a lot of people who have said "let a nigga know" before.
Yes.
So
I'm pretty
that's
sure,
what we'll
yeah.
say. So he was very
Yeah.
familiar with the vernacular that he thought Reese
Exactly.
would insinuate to. But
Yeah.
I'm not saying Pat McAfee says nigga. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if Pat McAfee uses that term very loosely. I'm pretty sure of a luminous amount of niggas have come out of his mouth. Like maybe when nobody's around, you know, maybe when he's listening to his favorite Dr. Dre album or something, he's just like nigga.
Look, man, if there's anything this week I learned on about saying stuff, we can't be talking about people, man, because people get upset. Because you know what happened on Tuesday on his show with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers up here talking about what's his name? AG is on your face. I can see it. The late night host, Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
On that list, on that
Yeah.
Epstein list.
Jimmy
And
was
Jimmy
late. Let me
Kimmel.
tell you something, player.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
he
can
was
go to the
pissed off.
lawyers. Yeah, and I mean, and they same company.
Yeah.
So Pat McAfee had to clean that shit up. So it's like, yeah. Man.
Pat was like, "I want to apologize for this nigga Aaron."
Stop it. I ain't trying to get no cease and desist, motherfucker. So, because these days apparently people slinging them shits out. I don't want.
Reese
Nah,
Davis.
I ain't gonna front.
No.
He
If we
said
ever
it
get-
so smooth. "Let a naysayer know."
If we ever
And then when he
get a
was
cease
like,
and desist appeal,
what did you think I was gonna say? It was on,
Pat just looked at
he
him.
was looking right at Pat. What'd you think I was gonna say? And Pat was like, "You motherfucker! Like, don't you call me out for this?
I mean, that's Reese Davis, baby.
You
That's Reese Davis.
you know a nigga." That is gonna be the greatest name, man. It's gonna be the greatest name in college football. A white guy named Noah Kaniga.
And that's
I
apparently
couldn't believe it.
apparently
I,
No,
AG,
it's real. It's real.
That's
I know. I know.
and he's white. And
How
he's
do you-
white.
His name is
And-
Noah Knigga. Do you
And on top of
know
that,
the amount of stress he's gonna put on these announcers calling his game? You know somebody's gonna say nigga
They
accident
gonna call him
And-
by his first name only.
all the time. Noah on the tackle.
Noah.
Yeah,
Noah
and
on
you
the
know what?
tackle.
People that
And-
don't watch football gonna think that's his last name.
bro. And the craziest about it, man, he's getting recruited by West Virginia. So,
And you know
they're
West
gonna really
Virginia,
enjoy that.
they can't wait to have a reason to say that's my nigga. I mean, nigga.
oh my God.
Well, in this
was-
country, the K is silent.
Silent,
Ah.
exactly. So you know
Gotta stop.
some announcers gonna say nigga. That nigga's
Oh my
on the
God.
tackle, and they're gonna be like, what? They're right there, Noah nigga, right there.
Is
That's his name.
he from the States? He can't be.
Man, I don't be asking questions like that.
First of all, I just know there are a couple things that have to be true. One, he's got to be able to fight, because people have been fucking with his last name forever. Other thing is, every black dude that's ever been around him has called him my nigga.
Man, y'all sit there. Did you send that to me, Ruben? Was that Moby?
Yeah, no, that was me.
Oh man, I saw that. I was like, this is a problem already.
Yeah.
I don't even know
And
how he got this far.
Look at Black Morticia Adams.
Hey, I said the same thing, Black Morticia Adams. I was like, yeah, I know a few niggas myself. Like,
Oh, God. And with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and close this episode. I don't even know the name of the damn show. A 5-minute warning. Like, thank everybody who listened to us live.
that's
and
my
everybody who will
nigga.
listen to
That's
us.
the name of the episode. That
That is not
nigga.
the name of the episode.
That is my
That's
nigga.
for sure. Hell no. You ain't getting me canceled out in this bitch. So, like,
I mean,
How are we gonna get canceled?
don't you got to be on?
Actually, that'd be a great title. I mean,
how'd
could you
how'd
imagine
get
just
canceled?
looking us up and then finding some random episode said an episode title is my nigga?
Definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not.
Do you?
I can-
know?
I
do
can
you know
3,000%
How about
that
that?
that's not gonna happen.
Do you know a nigga? That's a great name for the episode. Do you know a nigga?
And that's not happening either.
I mean, do you know a nigga? I mean, because I
Gotta do it.
I'm definitely not.
two
See,
naysayers and one nigga. Hey, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, definitely not.
You know what?
Jesus Christ.
Ooh. I'm sorry.
like
Ruben,
this-
I'm sorry.
I like this
I'm
not to affect my.
the blackest naysayer and Noah nigga right beside each other.
Hey, that'd be the time Reese Davis don't have to say naysayer. Just saying.
Yeah, that's why
I
like
can't wait. I
this
know
not
he
to-
can't wait to call a West Virginia game.
Let a
No,
nigga
he
know.
don't call West Virginia games. He don't call no games because he's smart. So yeah, I like my job.
Well,
So
college game day gonna show up in West Virginia this year. Or
oh
next
man, you
year.
best
Do
believe
you
that.
know the signs that are gonna be up? Oh my God, the signs that are gonna be up before that game.
The police will be out in full force. It would be insane. But like I said, thank you for listening and being part of this program. Because as I've heard before, if you like this, we sincerely thank you because this shit look crazy. Tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell somebody about us. Question mark.
Tell some of you niggas. I mean, look,
See, this is that bullshit. We are here every Sunday from
let all
9
you
p.m.
naysayers know.
I'm so
9
sorry.
p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh my God. Yeah. Check us out.
Tell a friend,
Oh,
tell an enemy, tell a nigga about us.
Oh, Jesus. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out where you get your podcast. And if for some reason you don't do that, you can go to our website at 5minutewarning.com. Wow. I don't know what else to say because anything else I'll say,
I know what we can
it's
say.
just gonna be a
My
naysayer.
nigga.
Oh, Jesus. Once again, thank you to all who are on the show live. Thank you to those who will be listening to us on the podcast. And we will see you once again next Sunday, Eastern Standard Time.
Nigga be
Hey.
balling.
I want to apologize, but I can't apologize for you.
Can a
fools.
nigga live?
Jesus. Peace, love, hair grease, soul, and
niggas.
God.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW podcast, at Newsman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Newsman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of